Welcome back, everyone. This is Brimstone, and we're playing Actraiser once again. Well, I got over my holy temper tantrum and decided to go over to the hidden temple here and defeat the evil that has led our followers astray. Oh, I'm not quitting again. Anyway, I'm taking the magical aura. Actually, no, I'm not ready. We're gonna need some help going to this temple, so I enlisted the help of Olmec. Olmec, can you give us some directions where we need to go, or some ideas?
You could start by running to the room of the three gargoyles. Push in the right tongue, and a door might lead you down a staircase into the wall climb. Here, you must choose your next path. You could race up to the observatory, spin the sundial, and pass into the room of the golden idols. Once there, push down on their bases to release the doors. That may take you below, or lead you into the shrine of the Silver Monkey. Assemble the statue there, and you may be headed for the torch room. If the elevator is up, you could jump into the elevator and descend into the mine shaft. You might climb up the ladder or plow through the stone wall. Find the key, and it may unlock the tombs of the ancient kings, allowing you to climb into the spider's lair. If you escape, you may have a chance to sit upon the throne of the pretender. If the correct door is unlocked, you will be able to crawl into the pit of despair and finally make your way through the cave of sighs and back to the temple gate. The choices are yours and yours alone. Good luck.
Thank you, Olmec. That was about as useful as having a "You are here" sign in the middle of nowhere. Anyways, enough joking aside, let us head into the hidden temple. And welcome to Marahna, Act 2. And this place looks a little different from the outside. Oh well, we still got kick-ass music, let's go. And we got Nagas. So apparently we're in Hindu territory. Yeah, if you couldn't tell by the design of the temple when we were looking at a simulation, we're inside a big giant Hindu temple. Sort of in the design of Angkor Wat. So yeah, I guess the religion of the day the master's tackling is Hindu. The Nagas aren't too bad. They spit fireballs at you and hop around. 2 hits though and they die. You can duck to avoid their fireballs. Mostly this place is just long. So yeah, kind of strange that the evil leader of the cult that's trying to lead our people astray would be in a Hindu temple. You know. And we got mummified, well, gigantic mummified Hindu monks that spit fireballs in 3-way patterns and their heads take off. That's interesting. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi, you are not. And oh, that sucked. Okay, yeah, screw that. Let's try that again. This time let's fail. Yeah, apparently if they hit a certain point, they stop floating and, well, they float up and down just to taunt you like, haha, you can't hit us. Anyway. So, since we're on the subject of Hinduism, let's talk about some of the things we see here. Nagas were a race of lizard men, for lack of a better word. They are highly respected in Hindu beliefs, considered holy. In fact, snakes in general were considered holy, although someone would act up. Their big nemesis was Garuda, which was the king of birds and foe to all snakes. Anyway, these guys again. These guys are a royal pain in the ass. So, there's only one way to deal with those. Magical aura! By the power of Grayskull, you will die! And we smited their asses, well, their heads anyway. And why is death here? You know, I would expect Kali, but not death. And, oh great, we're revisiting Sparkman stage again. Yeah, that architecture definitely in the Hindu temple. Speaking of Kali, I was doing some research on Hinduism to prepare myself for this act, And I found out that Kali is not the evil goddess she's portrayed a lot of times in popular culture. Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom comes to mind. While she is associated with death and war, she's actually considered to be a benevolent mother goddess. The reason why she is misportrayed as evil or, downright scary is the fact that she goes down and hunts demons. At times, she can get a little carried away and will dance around after she kills her enemies and will wear their heads as a necklace around her. Yeah. But all in all, she's considered to be very kind and understanding. Her name has two meanings. Kali means the black one, which explains why her skin is dark in a lot of portrayals of art. Also, her name means death of time, or time has come. When you compare that to her consort Shiva, who's also known as Kala, the eternal time, you can see that duality of Hinduism and realize she's about as powerful as Shiva. And here's our boss. This character is known as Kalia. Now, at first, you would think that would be a mistranslation of Kali. I thought so too, but I did some research and I found out that that's not actually the case. Quintet actually did their homework, and I just killed Kalia like he was nothing, even though kind of looked like a girl, but I digress. Yeah, magical aura just absolutely rapes Kalia. If you don't have magic, Kali's a bit more tricky. We'll see that later. And whoosh, there we go. The people have returned. Let's see what they have to tell us now. Cultivating the land was a difficult task for us. No matter how many monsters came and destroyed them. It wasn't as bad as Itos. Amidst all our troubles, a man of eloquence appeared. Told us by coming to monsters' followers, trouble and hardship would be eliminated from our lives. To see by his words. Sounds like the Antichrist. Yeah, looks like Tanzra made a move here. But, we'll forgive them. Because, as a good deity, we're supposed to do that. Well, now that that's pretty much cleared, let me go ahead and talk more about Kalia. Kalia was a 100-hooded snake. Lived in a river, the Yamuna River. Apparently, it left its original home because Garuda, which was the king of birds I mentioned, was on the warpath and escaped to this one river where Garuda couldn't hang out. It was poisoning the people, and Krishna got wind of this and went down to investigate to help the people. In the midst of doing so, Kalia struck at Krishna. Krishna played dead pretty much. And while the snake looked over him and was distracted by the people looked on, Kalia suddenly jumped up on the hooded snake, basically became the weight of the entire universe and started stomping down on Kalia like a river dance. Pretty much danced on all the heads in different fashions. Well, before slaying the Naga, or the snake, Kalia's wife showed up and prayed Krishna to spare him. Basically, Krishna was moved by the wood, stopped dancing on the head, realized the plight of Kalia, told Kalia they would be spared on the condition that Kalia would leave and go back to the original home. Because Krishna had stepped on Kalia's head or his footprints, Krishna basically assured Kalia that Garuda wouldn't bother him because, well, literally, Kalia had Krishna's stamp of approval. So there you go. And I'm right now just showing you certain places where you can get items. This was a little tricky because I couldn't remember where I was supposed to rain to get the item. You're actually supposed to rain in the river. I thought it was actually the spot where the original demon place was, but that was not the case. And what do we get for our efforts? Source of life. Awesomeness. Speaking of source of life, we're going to go ahead and get bombs too, because the next place we're going to go to is going to be a bitch. So it's also the last simulation, so we might as well load up on all the arrows and bombs we can get. Yep, we're heading into the end game. I'm just going to make some final preparations, get as much stuff as we can. Here we are in Cassandra. Here you need to build a road right about here. If you do that, the people will find something. A strange scroll, excuse me. Skull. And there we go. But that's all the time I have for now. Tune in next time as more farming and we'll tackle Northwall. See ya.